Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is January 8th, 2018, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the economic events of the day, just one event really coming out at 5:30 South African time, and that's a Bank of Canada Business Outlook survey coming out on the CAD. Now we'll take a look at the CAD in just a moment. This is not just the really important number, but it is a number to be aware of. Lots happening in the CAD. We'll take a look at that in just a moment, but let's see what's been happening in the market. So first we're jumping into the Euro USD, and as you can see, we didn't break above this 120.72 level last week. Okay, looking at a 4-hour chart, you could see that we just faltered it at this double top, and now we're retraced back to the 120.14 level. And the question is that are we going to set up a new trading range between these two levels? If we do break this, we could definitely see it come back to the 119.60-ish level and retrace back there. But let's keep an eye on this. This is really important to see if it does rally between these two levels and does create itself a new trading range between these two levels, 120.72 and 120.13. So keep that in mind. GBP USD not retracing as sharply, and as you can see also looking at a daily chart, we're at the top of this double top right here, retracing down to 135.46-ish level. The question is that are we going to bounce off of this? We're also flirting with the 30-day average and 14-day average. So the question is that are we going to falter here, or are we going to sustain this? So keep a sharp eye on this as the week progresses and the month progresses, because this could really create itself a new trading range above this 135-ish to 136-ish level if we don't break above it. USDs are still faltering here at 12.35, not really bouncing, holding and sustaining its strength versus the dollar. As you can see, we've had this massive correction. We haven't been here since 2015-ish level, so keep that in mind that we are just either due for a bounce, okay, or we're going to break out lower, okay. So we're really at the bottom of this level right here, and we're not moving, which is a good sign because it's sustaining its strength after this massive correction versus the dollar. Aussie USD selling off a little bit, as you can see here, but nothing to really write home. Okay, we're looking at a 4-hour chart, but if we look at a larger chart frame, we keep this in perspective that we still have way to go on the upside. Okay, so we had this really great rally, okay, since the middle of December, I would say mid-December, and now we're almost mid-January, and we may be due for a correctional move. So keep that in mind. If we do restrain ourselves and correct ourselves, we could see ourselves going back to the 77.43-ish level. So keep that in mind as this corrects itself. Not much going on in gold. Looking at oil, we're still flirting with our highs here, okay, at 61.56. If we look at a weekly chart, you could see that a little bit clearer. The question is, are we going to continue this rally on the upside? And that could actually fruit maybe later on this week as we have a better look at the weekly oil inventories in the United States and see what's being consumed, okay, especially now that they have this massive cold front that hit the East Coast, a lot more oil being consumed, and that's something to take into effect and take into consideration. USD CAD, now this has really been the greatest play. We broke this 126-ish level, we corrected ourselves to 124. The question is that are we going to continue this strength versus the dollar going to 120. Okay, looking at a weekly chart, we still have room to do that. Okay, but we're flirting with this previous support at 124-ish level. So let's say if we do bounce off of this, okay, or we do sell off, this is really a pivot point that really you want to be in. Okay, if we do break it, definitely see correction down to the 120-ish level. And if we do bounce, we could find ourselves just trading between this 124 and 125-ish level. On the upside, maybe 126-ish high level, 127 even. So keep an eye on that as that unfolds later today. And with the number coming out, not really an important number, but something to be aware of if it does really break it. Now, the major really story of the day is Dow 25,000. Okay, we hit 25,000 last week towards Friday, and we rallied past it, 25,352 right now. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, that's an unprecedented move. I keep on saying this, just buy the Dow, buy the Dow, buy the Dow, buy the Dow. At its, every time it pulls back, people get a little bit scared, and then it just continues rallying. I mean, if I just, if some of you guys just heeded my call for the past year, you would have made a good amount of money just every time we traced a little bit, we corrected ourselves a little bit, we rallied right afterwards. Okay, there's people funneling money into the Dow Jones. Okay, for whatever political, geoeconomical reasons, money's being funneled into the Dow Jones. If somebody's buying it at 25,000, they're not betting that it's going to go to 25,200. They're betting that it's going to go to 25 or 26,000. Okay, that's how you have to look at this, because if we look at a weekly chart, this is really unprecedented over the past year. Okay, you see the velocity and you see the momentum and the short time period that this has really rallied. Okay, we're looking at a monthly chart just to keep you in perspective. I mean, 2009 we were trading at 7,000. Okay, we're right now at 25,000. That's amazing. Okay, that's better than expected by far. Okay, so the question is how much further are we going to go here? Okay, so there's no real answer. Okay, the truth is that every time it pulls back, it just goes higher. Every time it pulls back, it just goes higher. So the play, okay, if you will, is that every time it does go back, what do? You look to buy. Okay, so that's really, and you will see that in the DAX that it just carried it through, and DAX almost back to its all-time high, 13,033, and now gapping up this morning. Okay, as you can see at 13,380-ish level. And the question is, are we going to close this 490-ish level and maybe make new highs in the DAX? When we look at the Nikkei, it's really at its all-time highs. Okay, opening up high and just continue this 23,835-ish and could just continue this massive rally as well. Okay, so the markets are very strong. They're playing catch up. The DAX is playing catch up. The Dow or the Nikkei is taking it higher and just pushing everything up higher. Okay, so this is really the major play. You should focus your time with most of the indices to trade them, because they're really just, such an easy trade. Just every pullback, just buy. Okay, so keep that in mind as the week progresses as well. We may have a correctional move sometime, but you got to just, be in it to win it, as they say. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.